Hello, hello, hello. It is your girl V, and welcome to Charlotte Tuesdays. How are you doing? Welcome to August. It's like the hottest month in the year, but you're not hot though. It just feels good. You're good, right? Okay, I hope so. But anyways, I want to share with you this resource real quick before we get into the nitty gritty because we have something brand new that's coming to Charlotte, and I don't know if you guys are ready for it, but let's focus, bring it in. All right. So the resource for today is Kidz Cab. School is starting within a few days or maybe next week, depending on where you are. But it says Kidz Cab, riders between the ages of 3 and up. Schedule your ride, school pickup and drop off, extracurricular activities. The rates are $25, includes 10 miles, and it starts at the pickup location. So they have the Kidz Cab driver. The owner is Tenday. I hope I'm saying that name right. Tenday Smiley, and you can contact that person at 405-596-0068. And they are servicing Oklahoma City, Midwest City, Dale City, Moore, and Norman. Matter of fact, there's a flyer I was supposed to show you so that way you can kind of see what it looks like and screenshot that. Okay. And it's already posted on my social media. So, hey, share that blessing with somebody because you may need somebody to bring your kids somewhere else, when they out playing in these sports. All right. That's enough with the resource for today. I want to give a disclaimer. Sure, the T is not responsible for any type of actions, comments, or discussions that make you feel uneasy or out of whack of what's going to happen at this moment. All right. Y'all ready? Bring it in and introduce it to you, Treasure, Fox, and Jahkia.
I feel like she's trying to say we don't know how to act.
That's what she said.
I did not say that. See,
I feel like that was the insinuation. I'm not responsible because they don't know how to act. It's okay.
No, that's not what I said. I was just giving a disclaimer, because we never know what happens on a live podcast. This is the production team is a production team of one. So what you get is what you get.
I know that's right.
I'm just saying.
I ain't mad at
All right. So how you guys doing? Are y'all hot today?
Man, listen. I watched the news and it said it was gonna be 102 for the next 4 days. I don't understand those temperatures.
102 is really not bad though.
In where? In hell? It's bad here on Earth.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, 102 is bad. 102 is hot.
It's
uncomfortable.
It's hot, but it's not like scorching hot. Like you're not going to melt away.
It is.
You can survive.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't touch my car in 102. I can't touch the outside of that black vehicle. I'm gonna burn whatever I touch.
You can touch it just for a little bit. Just a little bit.
No.
I pass.
No. Okay.
I pass.
Yeah. Now, see, pretty soon y'all gonna say it's too cold. Now, make up your mind.
I'm gonna complain now, and I'm gonna complain later.
It's kind of what it is.
Pretty much. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. All right. So I want to say thank you, ladies, for coming on Charlotte Tuesdays. Now, just to give the Charlotte fans a heads up, because I've never had a total of 3 people on here before. So what we are doing is on the first Tuesdays we're going to have Jahkia and Trezure on, and we're going to talk about whatever subject may come up. I want to say it's like hot tea. That's what I kind of keep wanting to say, but I don't want people to get the wrong.
I like that.
You like that? Yes, and
sometimes it's like it's be hot, so you ain't like that tea. Right.
Okay, y'all like that? Okay.
I'm
gonna get y'all a mug.
I would like a mug. Right. Because otherwise I'm gonna have to sit up here with my Love's cup while you got your mug. I'm disappointed.
Ma'am. Okay. We're gonna let you slide with that. So what is on your mind, ladies? on your mind? Anything on your mind? Anybody have some thoughts?
You know, it's
Look
a
at
lot of stuff.
Treasure not sure if she want to say anything. Look at her face.
I don't know if I want to choose violence today or we gonna be doing this every month.
You're not choosing violence? What's up? Talk to me.
I want to make this a quick discussion. I have a question for y'all. So I just turned 23 last week. But what do y'all wish y'all could have told? Well, what do y'all wish y'all would have known in your 20s? Like, best advice you can give.
In my 20s.
Because right now, living my life, everything's good, but I'm still kind of young in turn. So,
young intern, fresh 23. Okay. So fresh 23. What would I tell my 20-year-old self? What is something I wish I had known? Jahkia, what do you think? Let me think for a minute. Let me think.
You know, I really wish I would have known more about finances. And things of that sort, like in terms of credit and, you know, debt, and just making sure that all of that kind of stuff was in order. That was probably a big thing for me. I definitely would have told myself in my 20s that whatever dude I was dealing with at the time, the world wasn't going to cease to exist if our relationship ended. But those are probably the two main things for me. Like, you know, if it don't work, it's not the end of the world. Somebody better will come along. And definitely about finances, just in terms of knowing about credit and about saving money and how important those things will be in and to your future.
That is a good one. I like that one. I would definitely say about finances. Yes. Like don't think you have to keep up with everyone else.
Right.
Just, you know, kind of save your money, and you don't need all those credit cards.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, Treasure, did you ever have to experience that when you were in college, when you were like maybe a freshman or sophomore and like the credit card companies were on campus? Did you ever have? Okay, she's looking at me like that.
No, okay. I still get stuff in the mail.
They used to have a line of them. You'd be on your way to class and like it would be a line of credit card companies just waiting. I got my first credit card at 17.
Dang,
and I wasn't supposed to have it, but I was in college. So they actually gave it to me.
Yeah. Well, see, you didn't have to experience that. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
But you know, when you're a college, when you're a freshman and you're like, oh, I really don't have money at the moment, and I don't have to ask mama for this. And so if I do get this card, I can just kind of pay it off a little bit, you know, a little bit here and a little bit there.
But see, that's something that you knew. I knew that, but I didn't know that. You know, I had this credit card. I didn't really know how they worked. I was 17, fresh out of high school in Stillwater, OSU. You know what I'm saying? And my mom is back here. I didn't really know how credit cards work, but everything was an emergency. So everything I wanted wasn't. And of course, you know, when they were signing me up, they were like, well, you know, you can use it for emergency purposes. And then, of course, everything immediately became an
emergency. Right. Oh, I'm hungry.
Within 10, you know, the first month I had charged the credit card up. I'm not realizing you probably need to pay that off. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I didn't have a clue how that stuff works. So I didn't even know where to make the payments to or none of that. So I definitely wish that had been something that, but you got to remember, Treasure, this was back in 1999.
Right. This was back in the day.
There wasn't no online payments back then. You had to mail them.
Yeah, y'all had it differently back then.
Yeah,
so, that's true.
It was, that was definitely something.
Someone did say that she said I did, and they had food because they knew we were hungry.
Yeah, see? They had all kind of stuff. I think I got a text calculator for signing up for a credit card.
See, entice us with food. They
know the old scientific calculators, the real nice ones from back in the day. That's what they gave me for signing. I wanted the calculator, so yeah, I signed up for the card. It was just a bonus.
But I want to say that there was a law that was passed that made that stop or something like that. I can't quite remember, but
Yeah.
like you can tell, they're not showing up at Treasure School. Well, when she was in college back when,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't show up there, so it only
Yeah.
really affected us. But that is
Yeah.
something that I would definitely be like, hey, don't sign up for all that.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
fall
sign
for
up
it.
for all that. My favorite saying now is I don't envy debt.
I like that.
I don't envy that at all. Whatever you got, I'm glad you got it. Congratulations. I'm not running out to buy anything because somebody else got it because I don't envy debt. I'm trying to get
Mm.
out of debt. I don't want to owe nobody.
That, yeah.
Right, definitely. Don't want to owe nobody. We already in school. You're
No.
gonna owe somebody anyway, whether it's a
Yeah.
book or something. So,
You're
okay,
gonna be
so
paying for
another
something.
person said that they give you at least 8 or 9 cards at a time. What the?
That's a
Oh
set.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a setup.
Get
Listen,
that up.
there is no, I don't think, well, at that time, there was no limit on how many cards you could sign up for. You could literally go down the road getting all the free, because everybody had free gifts that they were going to give you for signing up for their card. So if you got 10 people out there and they all have different cards and they all got 10 items that you want, you just got 10 credit cards because
Right.
they're going to give them to you. You don't got no credit. So
Right.
you
That's
don't
true.
have nothing bad on your credit report. So you're gonna get approved, even if you only get approved for $500. You're gonna get approved. You just got
Mm-hmm.
10 credit cards
Yep. That
I'm
is
glad I
true.
and
didn't go
don't
through
know what
that.
to do with it.
Yeah.
So
So
glad.
hey, well, you saved you saved yourself a lot of headaches from
Yeah.
way back then. So I
Yeah.
guess the policy changed. She said the policy changed because those were misleading practices under the
Okay.
Obama administration.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that it was. I remember that it was something. Sorry, y'all brother-in-law in here giving me notes. I, I remember that it was something that had recently
You
changed. It
need to
wasn't too
go.
long
You
ago.
need to go cook.
Yeah,
What the note say? I'm hungry.
you know what? Ah,
Feed me.
don't- when you cooking down,
You podcasting. I'm starving. What you doing?
right? Why you didn't cook dinner before you got started? Don't
Oh
give
my
me.
God.
Okay, look, look, we about
You're
to
gonna be
turn the
knocking on
whole
the door Morse
conversation.
code in a minute.
When you gonna be finished? You almost done?
Lord.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me stop. All right. So but that was a good question. So do you feel
That
like
was a
there's
great
something
question.
that you wish you would have known, Treasure? I mean, since you fresh 23 and we're fresh
Uh,
30.
y'all 30. Okay. Yeah. Those were actually really good. Y'all 30. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna
Yes,
question it.
thank you.
Y'all 30. It is what it is. No, those are really good points because first of all, when it came to debt and finances, I didn't learn how to write a check until my sophomore year of college, and it wasn't something I learned at school. My fault. Definitely didn't know about that. And then when it came to like debt and stuff, if I knew college was gonna be that expensive, I'm not saying I wouldn't have went, but I would have applied for scholarships and took that more serious.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Yeah.
know anything,
No.
like about college. I'm first generation, so I was just going, head first and just hoping for the best. So I didn't really learn much about scholarships and how to really budget out when it comes to college. So though that's definitely something that I learned about earlier in life. I'm saying earlier in life, but when I was in high school, I'm actually I'm learning now with saving and actually building my credit and all of that. I do have credit cards. I don't have a lot. I have one, and it's Ulta, and I only use it for an emergency. But this past month, I had a couple emergencies. I'm not going to lie. It's going to get paid off this month. So that matters. But I've been really taking my finance learning to budget because now I got all these adult bills and every week a bill is due. So it's really, yeah.
Welcome to the club.
I didn't ask to be here, but it's all right. We here.
Right. I know.
This house play.
Adulting is
It's
ghetto.
ghetto.
It is.
Y'all didn't tell me that. Y'all didn't tell me it's gonna be ghetto.
Sorry.
But I wish somebody would have told me when I turned 20 was that the adult life was gonna be ghetto.
No, before 20. Before 20. Because and I'm gonna say for women, girls, we try to be grown at what, 15, 16. We start smelling ourselves a little bit. That's what I call it. Well, that's what my mama call it. But at that time we trying to be grown. We working at Brahms or McDonald's or wherever, at the nail tech, whatever that we doing, right? Thinking that we bringing in money. Oh, I can do this and I can do that. So I kind of want to say before then, tell me, like, don't grow up too quick. You trying to be an adult. Don't grow up too quick.
Because I'm telling you, I got my first job at 15 and I was working at Journey's Kids. And I swear I was just making money. $200 is really $5 now. It gets spent very quickly.
So right.
I wish at that time I actually took saving more serious, because I think I would have been a bit more mature with my money. It was
And I'm not gonna lie, I think finance should be taught in high school. I mean, I think because you think about it, when you hit the 9th grade, you are 4 years away from becoming an adult. I mean, that's a great time to start learning about finances and things, because you do have some kids who, when they turn 18, their parents is like, "Hey, you grown, you're young. Have fun with that."
And someone put them out.
Yeah. So I think those are important things. Like, I know, times change, but those life skills, those are classes that you're gonna need regardless of what kind of time we're in. You're gonna need, like, you need to know how to cook and feed yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat McDonald's every day. You need to know how to cook and feed yourself. You need to know how to clean properly, because you can get sick from not cleaning properly. You need to know how to handle finances. You need to know how to fill out an application. You need to know how to go to an interview. Like, those are the kind of life skills that I think kids need to start learning, definitely in the 9th grade, because in 4 years we kicking these babies out. Like, yo, you grown, handle it. And they don't know what to do. Everybody's not going to go to college. So you gotta, there are some things we need to be teaching these kids in the 9th grade that helps prepare them to, to become an adult.
And it's crazy that you said that, because, like, when it comes to, because we had financial literacy and we also had, like, a cooking class, but there were electives. They weren't classes,
and I don't think they should be.
I feel like that was the issue.
Yeah,
like, they should have made those classes mandatory.
Yeah, that stuff should be a requirement. It should be a requirement to graduate, I feel, because I mean, you cannot get around it. Like, I don't care what you do, you cannot get around it.
No, you can't.
Those are things that you cannot get around. So they're definitely skills that you need to have and things that you need to know how to do, because you're gonna have to do them whether you know how to do them or not.
Right. But I recall, and I know my mom used to say that home economics was required, typing was required, and I remember taking home economics and
I did too.
Something else, but and typing, in high school. But now, I mean, Treasure, in your high school, did they teach you how to type?
I think it might be a little different now because they're on the computer.
Yeah. But I think I remember actually taking a computer class. But I was also, it was like one of the basketball coaches that was teaching it, so it wasn't a class that was taken very serious. I mean,
no,
when you have coaches, they so laid back. That's the problem too.
Yeah.
Like, nothing against the teachers that multitask and their coaches too, but like, they, at least at my school, they did not take it very serious. When it was game day, y'all just chilled. They focusing on game day. I feel that's what it's turning into now as well. But it's just like, I already did my fair share of my elementary, middle school, and high school. They ain't got to worry about me.
Right.
Like, but I'm kind of concerned for the future.
Yeah.
But,
It's crazy.
Well, when I had an actual typing class.
I did too.
And if I remember, we had an old-fashioned typewriter. Have you ever seen a typewriter, Treasure?
No.
Don't fix Don't
I
fix your
haven't
face like that.
seen it.
You know that look.
I have not seen one of those in person.
Listen, they are fun. You need to Google it. You be like, oh my God.
I took a typing class. We didn't do ours on the typewriter though. We had computers, but now remember, this was in the 90s, in the late 90s, and computers were still kind of new. Mm-hmm. So we did the computer class. I also took home ec where I cooked, and then I took another home ec class where, you know, I had to learn how to sew. I had to walk around with the little fake baby and all that kind of stuff. Those are
yeah. I took those classes for fun. The baby project is the reason I don't want kids now. So where I had the baby project during the time where they did the whole walkout and the teachers went on strike, and so we was out of school for a couple. Yeah, and my teacher did not cut that baby off. Yeah.
Programming that baby
was up. That baby was still crying. I put that baby in the closet. I still passed because it was days after. It was days
but
after.
You know what?
I had a baby for 2 days.
The crazy thing is that was actually good though, because in real life,
how
babies are. Yeah, and you can't put the baby in the closet in real life. Right. You're in real jail.
Now, but when I said that project was like an eye opener for me.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about me having no
and
kids.
that's why I think those classes should be mandatory, because it was an eye opener for you. So you knew, hey, I don't want to do this, and if I do this, I'm gonna do this a lot later and not right now. So that's why I think those classes are mandatory. I mean, that sounds like that was a great lesson.
Heavy on the later in life.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you.
Someone said they went everywhere together with that baby.
Listen.
Yeah,
and see, we had teams. In my class, we had teams, so we had a mom and a dad. So
we didn't have that. We had single parents.
Listen, it didn't matter that we had teams. It didn't matter that we had teams. Who had the baby? All the girls.
Did you? Exactly,
right.
All the girls.
The boys was in the gym hooping. And we had the baby. Literally. I'm like, boy, this ain't real life.
You haven't changed the diaper.
Yeah. You at the basketball court, the baby in here crying, need to be fed.
Got the little.
In another class they need is driver's ed. Oh God, that needs to be mandatory too.
You know what? I don't.
Yeah,
we didn't have it. We didn't have it in school. We didn't have it in school.
Not
but
actually.
That's definitely a class.
Because sometimes you can tell when they have a driver's ed. Them little cars, I could just.
You can certainly tell when they don't.
Right, when they don't, you can tell that too.
Man, listen, I be having so much road rage in the morning. I'm like, I don't understand why at 7:30 in the morning, when people are trying to get to work by 8, there's always somebody on the road who ain't in a hurry to go nowhere, and they back traffic up.
Literally,
they may be the people that are getting off work.
Guess what?
And they
stay in the parking lot till 8 o'clock when all of us is at work. Then you can drive slow. Stay in the parking lot.
You just stay in the parking lot.
Because I've been behind you for 10 minutes doing 45 on Broadway Extension. I'm not doing it. If you don't get, and then they be in the left lane.
In the left
lane. In the right lane where you belong.
Even with the new over here. That was the new law, don't use the left lane.
They be impeding. And OCPD ain't never around when people are impeding.
Never.
Never.
She said make that 9 a.m. They need to be 9 a.m. by time.
I agree. Don't get on the road before 10 if you ain't got nothing to do and nowhere to be, because we got places to be. We trying to get to work on time.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Well, I guess I've never really had. Well, I have had that experience, but I just
don't come on this side of town in the morning during the week unless you want it.
Oh, I know. There's been times when I had to go out of Midtown or downtown.
And I'm literally 10 minutes away from my job. I'll be on Broadway Extension for like 20 minutes.
Oh,
because
so
people drive slow.
does that mean you need to leave 30 minutes early to give yourself some time in case those individuals
It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Not going to matter.
No.
I was trying to. There's going to be somebody leisurely driving.
Not leisurely driving.
In the left lane. I'm like, listen, the cops don't need you. If I'm speeding, let me get my own ticket. I don't need you to stop me from getting the ticket. I ain't concerned about the ticket. Why you feel like you need to hop in front of me and slow me down? Don't do that. Let me speed on to where I'm going.
Ooh, that's your pet peeve, isn't it?
Listen, being cut off and then you hop in front of me and start driving slow. I'd be like, if I had a rock,
don't do that.
Throw it at your tire or something.
Not throw it at the tire.
Yeah, I throw it at their tire. I don't want to hurt nobody. I ain't gonna throw it nowhere where it's gonna hurt you, but I'm gonna throw it at your tire so that you know that I'm not happy.
Listen, I had a friend that used to throw pennies.
That's a great idea. Because my car is full of pennies and I don't know why. Throw a penny at your tire. That's
all the coins.
Great idea.
It's a great idea.
You need them pennies one day. Pennies add up.
Oh my gosh. Right.
I ain't mad. But I could definitely get rid of some in the morning. It sure would make me feel a lot better than chuck a penny at somebody's tire. You don't get over in the right lane. Slower traffic keeps to the right. I be fussing every morning like, did y'all not read the driver's ed book?
Girl, no. Some of them didn't even have a book. They learn how to drive.
Listen, the way they be driving, I'm sure some of them don't have license for real.
Like, not the correct training.
Not the correct training.
I'm not even sure some of them people have a license. The way they be driving, I'm like, it ain't no way you pass the test ever.
We're not gonna talk about that. Listen, when I went to Texas, whatever week there was, I'll be truthful. I love driving in Texas.
Why?
Because they make me feel like I'm driving too slow. Like I'm already going 80, but they make me feel like, honey, you driving too slow. They still be zooming. I'm like, oh, my car.
But you know, people in Texas can't drive either.
Yeah, they drive.
They just drive fast. They don't drive good.
They drive reckless.
They drive fast, but not good at all.
Well, that part may be true because there was a trash can in the middle of the highway.
Yep, that sounds like Texas.
Wait a minute, what was the other ones? It was a trash can. On my way back, it was a ladder. Because I said, how is a ladder?
Make you wonder what they doing in Texas, right? How that fall off your car and you didn't know?
I don't even know. And I said, if somebody's not paying attention, that could literally tear your car up.
Yeah.
Because you're rolling. And it's not
they doing 150.
Oh, not 100.
I believe in and out of traffic. Yeah, how you don't hear a ladder fall off the back of your truck?
How do you not feel that weight instantly be just a little bit lighter?
You get to your destination like, I know I had a ladder back here somewhere.
Exactly.
In the middle of the highway. Exactly. Now the whole highway is backed up because your ladder.
No, they didn't stop.
I know.
Everybody probably just going around it.
They didn't stop. They just did a.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what's that game?
Pole position. Pole position, the racing game.
Oh, I don't know that game.
That Subway Surfer.
It's an old game.
I was gonna see Mario.
Mario Kart. It's exactly like Mario Kart.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You take
exactly
me
like Mario
you take
Kart.
me too far back, Jahkia. That was before my time. You gonna take me too.
We digress.
I figured out how pole position was before your time, and I know about it. Seriously. Get out of here.
The silence was loud in that car.
Right, wasn't it? That was
because that was a whole lot of disrespectfulness immediately. Okay, I don't know about that. That's before my time. Really?
I apologize.
No, you don't.
It was loud.
I apologize, sis. My bad. I apologize.
No.
Y'all are funny.
To the second point, because here, you know, we have a lot of conversations about this. The whole relationship, You just feel like your life is falling apart once the relationship ends. I can say,
You do?
now that I am healed completely, child, you never really just realize when until you're out of that storm, and then he just like, this is it. All I can say is thank God.
Thank God.
Literally,
Come on.
like, I don't know. Like, back then, a year ago, 2 years ago, you could not convince me that life would continue once that relationship ended. And I'm just like, I feel a week. I've been really just living. When I say I've been living my life.
Didn't I tell you though?
Yes. Yes. And you
Young
know, I was waiting for this moment to come. Like, I've been waiting to actually be in this position in life, and it's here. And I'm just like, literally, all I can do is just say, thank God.
You feel
like,
free, don't you?
Free. What I say? Yeah. Free.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, not even just actually looking back at the bigger picture, but also with just the blessings that God has been bringing in. Like, I was like, okay, maybe I was kind of, I was being held back a little bit. I got a lot of opportunities on my plate right now, and I don't know. I just like, I wouldn't have had it if I would have still been where I was a year ago. Like, it's like not even that person holding me back, but the old me holding me back because I couldn't let go of certain. When I say like God has helped me to master detachment and just master letting go, hey, everybody can go. I'll drop the whole world to protect my peace and blessings. And
I told you. I told you.
I'm telling
you have to. You have, because no one's gonna protect it like you will.
Right.
Nobody. That's why I'm like, I went ahead and just deactivated all my social media. I've been living presence. It's just like, okay, finding a joy and just living in reality probably has been the best thing going the past couple of months. Yeah. So I'm like, literally, social media, everybody gonna make their life seem great with social media.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta live your life in real life.
For real.
And sometimes like, when you're in it, it's hard to see past it because you're in it. But girl, once you get to the end and you can see clearly, boy, it ain't nothing like that clarity and that peace of mind, let me tell you.
Like,
that's it.
Ain't nothing like it.
Especially when you're like in a position where you peep something and it's just like the old me would have went off. I would have caused a whole scene. I probably would have went to jail. Like, I would have showed the hood side of me. But the new me is just like, okay, you got it. You can have it. It is what it is. Like, can't even react to it. I'm so glad I'm in that position.
Yep. They call it growth.
I'm glad you're in that position.
Come on, growth.
Yes, come on, growth. We appreciate growth.
Like,
it's growth.
It's
And one thing when you say what would you tell yourself back in your 20s, I would tell myself to listen to the signs.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Listen to the signs.
Absolutely.
Or pay attention to the signs and listen.
Yeah.
Because you have certain people or things or just situations that happen and you be like, no, that's not what that is. Until it hits you in the face and you be like, oh, well, hold on.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even like getting those signs from other people. You got to pay attention to how you're changing within yourself.
Yeah.
Because I can say I went from, like really spending time with my family to spending time with the other person's family more than my own. You will catch me with my family. But any other time this other person's family had something going, I was there. I'm not doing that ever again in my life. Because I'm not about to abandon where I come from in my family dynamics because yours look better. yours is never going to compare to mine. It's never going to be the same. We come from 2 different backgrounds. So it's just like, you can keep that.
Right.
If that's, if that's what you portray, that's what, that's where you come from, keep it. But I like where I come from.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daddy hood. Yeah, my mama hood. Okay, that's okay.
And that's okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm hood. And I wish somebody
I'm hood and I'm proud. Holy and hood. I'm not putting on the facade. This is the real me. And that was another thing. That's why I said, you have to look at yourself, because I realized when it came to me and being around this person and his family, it was just like, my authentic self. I always felt like I could not be myself, whether I'm at church, I'm around the family, I'm around his friends. I just feel like I could never really be me. And so stepping back, and now, I'm in this position, I'm me 100%. You're going to get whatever part of me, whatever side, whatever character, you're getting all of that. This is me.
Yeah.
There's no, she's just fake. No, this is me.
You
So
don't.
one
You don't.
day I'm feeling all holy, then okay, the spirit is all over me. If the next day I'm outside with my homegirls and we singing gorilla, whatever, that's a whole nother side. It's me all over.
And with the right person, you'll be able to be all of that, and you won't ever have to feel like you need to be something or someone else. You won't ever feel like you need to diminish you to fit into what they want you to be in. And that's a hard lesson to learn, because we feel like, I love this person, so I'm going to love this person the way I want them to love me. And eventually they'll see it and they will change. They'll see my effort and they'll change and start matching my effort. That ain't true.
No,
that ain't true.
That's another thing that I have learned. A person is only going to change for you if they want to. You can't change a person. No matter what you do. You can go that extra mile. You can do whatever. Give them the whole world. That person's not changing for you if they don't want to.
Absolutely.
And that's where I had to, and I had to learn it the hard way. And I hate that I did, but at the same time, I'm glad I learned in my 20s and early, just really at the beginning, I'll say the beginning of my life, but the beginning of my adult life, because it's like, okay, I learned from that. Now I know moving forward, everything that you have showed me are red flags. Let me make sure that if I see this in the other person, to just go ahead and move around.
Yeah.
Right.
Ever since then, I'm like, the ball is always in my court.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm feeling you, I'm feeling you. If I'm not, I'm gonna let you know I'm not feeling you. You gotta go. Simple as that.
Don't ever
I'm getting my power.
Right.
Your power. And the good thing is that you learned that at such a young age. Because you got some women my age and older that still haven't learned that. So I know you say you had to learn it the hard way, but that was probably that's probably going to be one of your greatest lessons, because like you said, now you know how to move. Now you know what to look for. Now you know to trust, what you feel, what you think. That's a great lesson to have learned by the time you're 23. That's good, because that's not going to do anything but help you in the future. So you're going to be good.
Yeah, and I'm like, I also learned that when God said he has better for you, he definitely means it. Because what one man won't do, another man will. And he been doing it. I'm just say that. Because it's like, when you
better tell him about it.
You come from a position where it's like you feel like you always have to ask, and they're still not giving enough, and it's like you're not even getting the bare minimum, and then you get out of that and you get into something and everything where you don't even have to ask. Like, from the jump, intentions is already pure. They know what they want when it comes to a relationship with you. Like, that is such a big transition, and I'm learning it. And truthfully, I was afraid, because I'm like, okay, I've never dealt with anything like this. But I had to remind myself that, girl, when you was with this person, like, this same energy that this dude got, you had that with that person, and that person was not accepting it. Go ahead and accept the love that you deserve. And, like, I'm still learning that, because I think it's because I'm still learning to love, like, okay, this is the love I used to give out. Now that it's being given to me, I kind of don't know how to handle it. So that's something that I'm still learning, but I'm glad, like, I feel like it's just in the right time.
And take your time with it, because one of the scariest things is in the world, speaking from experience, is to be loved properly after you've been loved improperly for so long. Yes. Because you're always waiting for the bottom to fall out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're always waiting for that person to switch on you because you've never had anybody that just genuinely loved you and cared for you and, you know, didn't mind doing for you. It's always come with a price. And so when it doesn't come with a price, it's like, okay, something's up. And that's unfortunate, because a lot of the times when you got somebody that just wants to love you properly, they don't want anything from you. But when you had to deal with the foolishness for so long, you like, you can't trust it. But take your time. But that's all it is. I've been there, done that. It's hard. It's hard.
It's really hard. So I feel like I've been in like survival mode and just like in my masculine energy. So it's like, you know, kind of that independent, like, I don't need no man. Like,
it's scary.
And I hate it.
And this is why it's scary, because you feel like the minute I let my guard down, you gonna disappoint me. He gonna do something, and I'm gonna be right back where I just healed from. I'm gonna end up right back in that place. Yep.
Ooh, that's a fair.
You preaching to the choir.
Woo! Yeah,
it's preaching to the choir. Yep.
Like, definitely. Nobody talks about how scary that is.
Mm-hmm. Like, and it is, because it's not your norm. It's not what you're used to. So that's why I feel so weird. I'm not accustomed to being loved properly. I'm accustomed to having to go through all these changes and feel like I'm begging for your time and attention. And so when you just give it to me and I don't have to do anything,
it's kind of like,
something is wrong. Something's going to happen.
Something's about to happen. Yeah, literally, like.
Yep.
Well, I do appreciate, Trezure, you being transparent.
Absolutely.
Just sharing it. You know, some people don't want to share. They kind of keep that, you know, to themselves.
I can only share it because I've been through it and I've healed from it. It's literally what it is. So it's like I'm not ashamed of it. You know, I'm no longer in that position. I live and I learn, and God has gave me a lesson and has moved on from that. So it's like, okay, it is what it is.
And don't be ashamed. It was a lesson. It was a lesson that God needed you to learn. I always tell people, I live my life.
It was good in the moment, like for sure, good in the moment. But it's like
I live my life with no regrets, because I feel like everything that I've been through helped make me who I am today. And I can get up in the morning and I can look in the mirror. I love me and I like me. So I don't have any regrets about my past, because I had to go through all of that to get to where I am. So don't feel bad about none of that
at all.
So like, somebody got to hear it from my generation.
Somebody got to hear it.
Somebody got to hear it. And you fresh 23, so somebody's going through the same thing that you going through, and they trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I'm like, the data pool is trash. It's terrible. But you gonna find your first draft pick and just reel it in and get out that get out the pool.
Garbage.
I like how she said first draft pick.
He already knows. So it's like, reel it in, boys. Yeah. That's
and I've heard many people say that the dating pool is trash.
The dating pool got urine, feces, throw up, hot garbage. It's the dating pool. It's the dating cesspool.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's bad. God. Like, it's real bad.
I have to, and you know, there was, I can't remember what day it was, but I had said something to the fact of, I see why I said my girls are having problems dating, because like, look what you have to pick from. Like, it's hard to, it's like you have to put on some binoculars and try to see is that who you really are? Or are you acting like somebody else? Or do you have something else here on the side? You know, and that's just me being observant. I think that is too.
But let me tell you another reason why it's bad. Because and I'm only just speaking for the guys that I've come across in my, my generation. They don't bring nothing to the table. When I'm bringing the table, the chairs, and everything else, and you not bringing nothing but yourself, how out? Because I'm up here and you still down here, just now learning how to be a man. I've been learning how to be a woman since I was 15, 16. Like I've learned, I've matured way faster, which I mean that's what women do when it comes to, stuff like that. But still, there is no reason I should know how to change a tire and I should know how to do all these things that you don't know. And we're the same age, or you're older than me.
Right.
That's fact.
Do you feel like do you feel like you're having to drag someone along?
I feel like I'm raising a kid.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to be my boyfriend, but you, what? If I can't call you and I have to call my brother every time I need a tire change or I need somebody to look in my car, my brother's going to tell me every single time, go ahead and cut that dude off. Because if he can't do it for you, what is he good for?
What is he good for? Yeah.
It
makes you wonder.
And I think the issue is we grew up with men, men that did those kind of things, that made sure that they taught their sons how, cut the grass and, how to look at cars, change the oil, fix flats and stuff like that. And we got away from that. So now you have a bunch of young men that don't have those kind of life skills, but you still got some women who have fathers that are like, I need to make sure that you know how to do this so that you're not out here having to depend on anybody. So now it's like a lot of the young women can do it and the men can't.
Exactly.
And then, when you get somebody, I ain't gonna lie, when you get somebody such as myself, if we get a flat tire and we pull over and we both sitting in the car looking at each other,
I'm dumping
I'm
you.
going to let AAA take me home.
I'm dumping you. I done been there, done that. Because there was a season. There was a time where I just didn't even let them know that I knew how to change the tire. Go ahead, call your
I still don't let people know I know how to change a tire, and I got an SUV and can jack that bad boy up, get that tire on and off, and be going on about my business. But if you sitting in the car with me, sir, what I'm gonna change the tire for? I got on a face full of makeup. I will not.
I'm gonna
let me play devil.
Sorry, I just saw that question.
So you think these young men are being baby bought? Yes.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, 100.
I've heard women tell their sons not to do stuff for girls that they're dating because you don't want her to use you. And while I understand that sentiment, but it's like, at the same time, I'm like, but you're basically telling your son to not do anything and just let the girl do everything. Meanwhile, this girl's family is telling her if he can't help you do nothing, you need to let him go. So it's like, it's almost like the kids are being set up to fail because we're teaching one, don't do nothing. And then we're teaching the other, if they don't do nothing, don't stay with them. Like, how are they supposed to figure it out? You know what I'm saying? It's like a catch-22.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yes, it's hard out here in the dating world.
I was gonna play devil's advocate, but I done forgot the question, so it probably wasn't meant for me to ask anyway.
Oh, Lord.
So I'll leave that alone. Maybe it'll come back later.
I hope it does. It's probably a good question.
Yeah.
It probably
I feel that with dating, I don't know. I always felt like you should keep your options open.
Mm-hmm. Oh, always. I didn't. Yeah,
absolutely.
Make the best man.
But there you go. Now, don't be like. Now, okay. Let me say this.
Kind of
y'all finna talk about LH.
Who is LH? Who is it?
We talking about Lori. Don't pull a
Lori Harvey.
Who is Lori Harvey?
Don't be like. I thought you was gonna say don't be like Lori Harvey.
Who is that?
Steve Harvey's daughter.
Steve Harvey's daughter. You know she be
The one that dated everybody.
Oh,
and everybody.
See, I keep telling you, I do not to kill. You know, I don't know these celebrities, Tony. Unless it's somebody I really want to know, I don't be knowing that.
I think one of the biggest issues with dating is people don't understand the definitions.
Oh,
You know, when you are dating, that means you are doing just that. You're dating. You may be dating multiple people. Right. Dating somebody and being in a relationship with somebody are two different things. And I think people get those confused. They start intertwining the two and they're like, oh, we're dating. But then if you see them with somebody else, you're upset. Okay, well, are you dating or are you in a relationship? Because that is the difference. If you're just dating this person, they're entitled to date other people and you're entitled to date other people. You date so that you can figure out who you want to be in a relationship with. You shouldn't be in a relationship with every single person that you date. That's not how it works.
Can y'all send that note to Bachelor and Bachelorette and them?
Girl.
I know I keep mentioning them on my podcast, and they're gonna probably send me a note. Don't say our name on
They're gonna send you a bill.
Don't send me no. Don't send me no. It's just this is my deal with the show, is that we give the false sense of what this person or this relationship is going to be, because we're going on all these lavish cruises and trips and all this other stuff, but you don't even know if he's going to put the seat down when he get through using the bathroom. You don't even know if he's going to take the trash out when it's overflowing. You don't even know if he's going to respect your mama or your friends. You don't even know if he's going to allow you to work, or you
gotta see a person in all 4 seasons type of.
Yeah.
And that's my issue. That's my issue with the show. And my other issue with the show is stop kissing everybody.
Yeah.
They want the money.
That's just too much saliva. You know,
I my thing about kissing anyway. So yeah, I'm in
like
agreement
that, because they're just corny to me. Like, they make me crazy.
Yeah.
But in all defense, there's this new one that's coming out.
Oh, here
with
we go.
The silver. I'm
about
with
the old man.
Silver fox. Yeah, golden somebody. Golden bachelor. Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
I think he's 74.
They're gonna have him doing all the stuff that the young folks. They're gonna be kissing everybody.
He better not, because you know I don't see 74-year-old doing all that when they're
I don't know why you don't.
I mean, maybe I'm giving them too much credit because of their age. I can't. Well, I'm gonna watch it when he comes on, and I want to see who the ladies are gonna be, and I'm hoping that there's not somebody on there that's 30 or 40.
I hope it's somebody his age.
It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a mess, though.
I'm sorry. That just tickles me. Like, you will not. That's like your grandpa age. We will not do this on public. You better
listen.
Anyway.
Papa, go to church and get with Sister Odell or somebody. Let her cook dinner or something and court. And like they say, court Sister Odell. Don't be out here on Bachelor.
See, that could be a whole discussion. The terms of dating, relationship, and courting, do they all mean the same?
Nope.
So I do want to throw this out here, because men, we are interested in having a conversation with you.
We want your opinion.
Yes, we want your opinion, and we are not going to throw darts. We're not going to cuss you out. We're not going to be judgmental. We just kind of want to hear a different mindset, a different perspective. Thank you. Of what you feel that relationships and dating means to you. So hey, if you want to be on Share the Tea Tuesdays, send me a message. My email is sharetheteawiththee@gmail.com. Okay, or you can send me a message on social media, wherever that you may follow me, and just say, hey, I want to be on your show, and we'll sign you right on up.
Man, folk, we need you. We need y'all's opinion.
Yes, just so we can have a better, and I'm speaking we like I'm in the dating pool, but I'm just saying we as in women.
I'll
We
say
just
we as in the single women out here trying to date, trying to figure out where y'all at.
The real men.
We guys' opinion. We need to know where to come look at y'all at.
oh, but come look at you. Oh, not look at you.
She said what she said.
She said what she said. Okay, fine. She said what she said. Well, anyways, ladies, it has been a pleasure. We've talked about quite a few things. See how it just flows? Treasure, I hope you had a wonderful time on Show the Tea Tuesday.
I did. That was so fun.
Yeah, see, we always cut up. And Jahkia, Jahkia.
I'm just Jahkia. That's all I got.
And that's all we want. We'll take that. But I want to encourage everyone, make sure that you go and follow Share the Tea LLC on social media. I'm on all social media channels except for Snap of the Chat. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. What? Did she roll?
Sorry.
Oh, you must be on Snapchat. You on Snapchat?
I am on Snapchat. Currently, but I do have a Snapchat.
Okay, we'll keep on snapping away. But anyway, I'm on all the other channels except for that one. So you won't find me there, but make sure that you follow me. And if you want to be on Share the Tea Tuesdays, send me a message. You can always join the show, even if it's not with these young ladies. If you want to do it solo and just want to talk about other things, it's up to you. But anyways, ladies, thank you so much. I want to remind everybody. We gonna call this the Hot Tea.
Hot Tea Tuesdays.
Yeah. Hot
Tuesdays. First Tuesday of the month.
Hot Tea Tuesday.
Yeah.
Next
Come
time,
sip on this tea for your soul.
Not for your soul.
Yeah.
Come on.
We got to hot tea keep you from getting sick. Just saying.
That's true.
No, the old folk tell you drinks when you start getting sick in the wintertime. Baby, you need to drink you some hot tea.
Put some little honey in it, baby.
You drink you some warm tea. No.
Yeah. And keep drinking it warm. Don't let it get cold. Sip on it.
Don't let it get cold. Yeah, and sip it. You got to sip that warm tea. Yeah. That's old school.
Old school. Treasure don't know nothing about that. We're gonna teach you today, baby.
We're gonna learn you.
Like, no,
all right. What? Oh my God. Y'all have made me laugh to tears. Y'all are hilarious. But anyways, all right. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for
remember, yes, you're welcome. And remember, everyone, to be intentional, to be insightful, and definitely be impactful in everything that you do. And until then, we'll holler at you next week. And stay cool.
Get your pet spayed or neutered. That's what Bob Barker used to say at the end of Price is Right.
Production, cue us out.